This video contains content that may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. When white people falsely accuse black people or kill black people, when they are questioned about it, there is one tactic that they always use. They feign ignorance. It says that feigning ignorance, fake denial, fake confusion, is a manipulative tactic employed by narcissists and pathological liars. It is pretending to not know what you are talking about. This is commonly used to deny knowledge of the facts and avoid accountability that may have legal repercussions. When it comes to white women, the first thing they do is start crying. That's a manipulative tactic that they use to get their way, to get out of trouble. Isn't that what Amber Geiger did? Start crying. And when it comes to them having to kill a black person, oh, I saw a big black man. It doesn't matter if the guy could have looked like Prince, 4'2", but they always say it was a big black guy. And most white guys, they thought this or they thought that. Oh, I thought he was a robber. My relatives or my neighbor's house was broken in. I thought he was a burglar. I didn't see him. I didn't know what he was running for, so I just shot him. And what do the cops say? Well, he said he thought he was a burglar. I mean, what else you want me to do? I mean, from barbecue Becky till now. Even before then, because the Native Americans say that the white man speaks with a forked tongue. But you people have proven yourselves to be is nothing but liars and manipulators. I mean, you will lie to get your way. You will pretend to be a friend to get your way. And if these white people will lie about some small things like people barbecuing and all this type of shit, what do you think when they're involved with murder? They're going to lie their asses off, and they don't have much of that. You know, I've never been to Georgia, but I've heard some things about Georgia and the racism that goes on there. Wasn't it in the heat of the night made somewhere in the area, something like that? Isn't that where Ray Charles refused to perform? I mean, I've heard a lot of things about Georgia. And this particular area where this young man was jogging, was it an area that was mostly resided by white people? I know people would like to have the freedom to live where they want to live. But why fool yourselves? You know that white people don't like you. And so when you move to where they stay, your life is in danger. I mean, that's what it is. Most of these black people that are getting killed by white people, what side of town is that on? Is it in a black neighborhood or is it in a white neighborhood? I mean, you need to come off from under her. That would be my best suggestion. There are strength in numbers. Can't you see that with them? So it will be in a black person's best interest to stay around their own kind. Now, I'm not trying to promote separatism, but hey, all I know is when black people move around, live around, work around, dwell around, play around, hang around white people, it seems like there's always some type of trouble for the black person. And there's a exit for the white person. Or if you really must live amongst them, why not prepare yourself to live amongst the enemy? One thing I learned in the Cub Scouts is the Cub Scout, well, the Boy Scout motto. The Boy Scouts motto is A good scout is always prepared. And a lot of these people that I see are getting killed by these white people are unprepared. They didn't prepare themselves to deal with what they met with. You know, because, I mean, if I was going to stay around a lot of white people, hey, man, every time I leave my house, I'm keeping in my mind that I just may run across one of these damn racist white boys or women. And how should I handle it? You know, and you really have time to think when you're dealing with these damn racist white people, because they ready for you. They're going to draw down on you, so whatever decision you make, it better be a swift one. And one thing I'm tired of is seeing black people do is this damn crying when then some white person that messed over you. First thing they doing start crying. After all of these years, you don't know what the hell is going on yet, and especially these damn Africans. They're over there just taking over your damn country. But you get over here and think they're going to treat you nice. I just don't understand that. If I went to Africa and they had white people living in Africa, you think I'm going to trust them? They the same people that's over here. They just living in damn Africa. Whatever type of way, we need to find some type of way to where they got to take this particular card out of that deck. This feigning ignorance Trump card, we need to get that card and burn it up. Because this is a tactic that they always use, even the cops. I thought he had just hours in fear of my life. It's always a feigning ignorance tactic. How the hell you think a damn cell phone is a gun, or an ink pen, or a flashlight, or a hand? That's feigning ignorance. And what type of excuse would these two country clowns give as a reason as to come up with the idea that this man was a burglar? What made you think he was a burglar? Because he was running? See, that's the type of excuse that we got to stop white people from using. We got to stop them from using it. How can you expect a white person? Because what happens? When a white person kills a black person, he gets taken in alive. So that's proof right there. They're not going to do anything about it. Mainly because we ain't doing nothing about it. So if we want things to change around this camp, man, we got to take away their trump cards. And it's feigning ignorance like these two country clowning bums use to kill this young man that was jogging. We got to take that away from him. And we got to stop allowing the courts to let these people get away with these damn sorry-ass excuses. But I thought I saw a big black man. I thought he was finna kill me. I thought this and that. I thought. That's the excuse that they always make. I thought. But when the black man try to use this excuse, but I thought this, I'm sorry, there's no excuse for it. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. That's what happens in our, when we come into these type of circumstances. Well, so you should have killed him. Because I thought that in order for you to use deadly force, deadly force has to be used on you. So if a guy is trying to hit you with his fist, you can't pull out your gun and shoot him because that doesn't match the amount of force. So what gave these two country clowning inbreds the inclination that they can use this excuse that this man was a damn burglar? And what's so cold about it is, after I don't know how many months, because it's a shame we didn't even hear about this case. Thank God that somebody had the gumption to alert the rest of black people around this world, man, that this is going on. So that's the problem. A lot of these cases like this, they're not publicized. They keep them quiet. But when it's a case when the other black guy had this high-speed chase, they will publicize that. They will broadcast that day and night. But this particular case, they won't broadcast because why? These two goddamn white crackers are in the wrong. And they're trying to protect him, as I say. After it was all said and done. And what's so cold about it, their accomplice hasn't been arrested yet. I forgot this guy that filmed some type of arrest that was made on a black person. They harassed that white guy to death, and they wind up putting him in jail. So we need to, as a black people, as a nation, we need to gather us some type of power, to where our words will be heard instead of just looked over or ignored. That's the problem. Our words are not. It's like little chirps or just a breeze in the wind. They don't respond to what we say. And after this man was gunned down and these two suckers was allowed to roam freely, they get to be peacefully taken away. By who? Their own kind. How many more of us have to be killed like this before we finally stand up and say enough is enough? Who will be the next? Just hope it ain't me. And I hope that it won't be you neither. And please don't come at us with that, let's talk, let's have a dialogue about this. We've been having dialogues about this since I can remember. I'm way over 50. And we've been having dialogues about black people being killed by police or the white citizens ever since. And what else can we talk about that hasn't already been talked about? And I'm quite sure one of your hired coons is going to try to get us to not be mad and let the courts handle this. We're going to get them this time, which is a damn lie, because as long as we refuse to fight, there will be another and a next time. So let's stand up to this. We have to stop this. We have to be concerned about all black people. When it happens to one of us, it happens to all of us. And we got to stop letting them use this tactic of feigning ignorance. Because when you allow them to feign ignorance, you will be ignored.